I'm Tyler from the Collegiate Star League, and I'm here with the Temple University Starcraft team. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Oh, I'm Robbie Tesla Plata.
I'm Taylor Tugboat Tredinek.
I'm Jay Reyes Whipple.
I'm Yucho, Centaur WA. Wong.
I major in information science and technology.
I'm a biology with teaching major.
I'm a information science technology major, and because no one else mentioned this yet, I play Terran.
Oh, I play Protoss.
Me too, thanks.
So I'm a finance major and I play Terran.
So you guys want to just start off, what's the Temple Starcraft scene like, the Temple Esports scene?
You're looking at it.
We are the Temple Starcraft
Yeah,
scene.
Just the four of
too
you?
special, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's two other guys, but they don't really, like, they're, like, upper-level students. They don't really have time or interest.
Yeah.
And are there other teams here, or like, what's the greater esports
There's,
scene?
like, kind of a league team, I guess. Something like that.
Okay.
It's been a while since we communicated with that part of the esports scene, so.
Yeah, so how do you guys feel about, I guess, you know, the upcoming games, playoffs coming soon?
I think we're going to make it to the finals as long as Montreal isn't on our side of the playoff bracket.
Yeah.
But if they are, we're still going to try to make it to finals. I just think that finals are going to be easier than, you know, the playoff ride.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty sad that we won't get to play Berkeley in the finals this year, but can't have everything, so.
Yeah, well, it's our
Yeah,
fault
we're in
because
the-
like we don't actually have to study. All we do is play StarCraft. Like we don't go to class or anything. Like Berkeley's so small, so like we can't actually touch
Yeah.
Berkeley, man.
So is Montreal the only team you're really worried about then? Or?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
there are other teams where it's, like, a slight possibility that they could beat us, but, like,
Yeah,
I think
when-
Montreal's the only team where it's, like, they might be, like, ever so slightly favored, but it should be a very close match either way.
Yeah, like being honest, like they have Jig and Semper is basically pro.
Easy.
Like he's a pro player, not even semi-professional like Jay and I. Like we're kind of like he's a different caliber of player, and Jig's also very good too. So like they're clearly the best team, and what we should be most afraid of.
So would you say he's the best player in the
Semper,
league?
definitely, yeah.
Dissenting opinion over here.
Let's hear it.
Perhaps. No. Semper's, like, I mean, if you consider, like, overall, Semper's objectively better, but I'm going to beat him again, so.
It's confidence.
Yeah.
So do you consider yourself kind
And I'll
of
be Jig.
a clutch master?
I mean, I usually don't have to. We only had one game for the entire season that's gone to ace match because we just kind of roll over everyone else. But
It's because of the 2v2.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
but you would probably be the natural ace, I guess, if it came to it.
And we're not afraid to say that.
Yeah, that's actually going to be our format for the entire playoff. So
Oh, yeah. So
If
you
people
we
want to
changed,
snipe
we changed
us,
it
you
once.
can.
We changed it once.
did
last
change it
time.
once.
Yeah.
I mean, last year.
well,
Last
for the
year
most part,
there was one time where there was the qualifying match
Yeah.
for, like, it was the semifinals. It was when we got
Right.
to the finals.
yeah.
I
Well,
played
they have a
the Archon
50-50%
and
chance if we don't change it to get me or you in the 1v1. That should be known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who kind of makes the decisions? I mean, I guess you guys don't have too many lineup decisions because.
Well,
Yeah,
usually
it's pretty
I'll get a
easy.
text. I'll get a text from Jay usually because he's the manager.
Yeah,
So
I
like,
just-
I'll get a text from him saying like, "Yo, like, do you feel comfortable on this map? Do you want to play this map? This person might pick this map." You know, like it's kind of like a meta game before the match is even decided. You know?
I mean, yeah, I basically just, like, look at the other team's lineup, and in, like, 9 times out of 10, I'm just like, okay, I can just, like, kind of roll my face over the keyboard and we'll get a lineup that works. But and, like, the
Yeah,
few
pretty
cases
much.
that don't, it's like, I'm like, okay, like, what maps are there, what players are there, look at the races, be like, okay, how's the best way for this to work out, who are they probably going to play an Archon, who are they going to play an Ace.
yeah,
So some confidence.
Yeah,
Some
Just a
confidence.
bit.
I'd say well-deserved. We're the only undefeated team in the league right now.
That's-
and honestly, we try hard to like make sure our lineup is like perfect for the team that we're playing. Like if we're playing a team that we feel is like actually a threat, like let's say Ontario for instance, like our lineup was completely based on like sniping their players.
Yeah, and that was an instance where we probably got the worst possible lineup in terms of player matchups, and we still beat them.
And you guys don't have a weak 2v2 in Archon either. It's not just the 1v1s.
No, we
you
don't.
guys-
The Archon's undefeated.
In fact, like Ron, he's easily
The
the
Archon-
best
yeah, the
person
Archon
that I
didn't
played
lose.
Archon
The Archon
with
has
ever.
not lost a
The
single
Archon
game
has
yet.
never like last year either. The Archon.
So I guess
has never
as
lost.
far as deep rosters go,
This is
with the
deep
state of
as-
StarCraft right now,
Yeah.
this is
Centaur and I,
Deep
we know how
loss.
to
Yeah, which I
we
mean, I
have
think that
depth,
actually comes
honestly.
in very handy because like I think we're probably the only team where we actually the like leading player in the Archon I guess gets like a benefit because like I think Rob and Ron playing together are like better than either of them alone, whereas in most cases it's you have like Semper and like another guy.
Yeah, or you
and
have a
it's,
unit,
the other guy
you have a
just
unit
falls
going
asleep on
like
the
this
keyboard.
because someone's clicking.
Yeah, or
one
you
way
have
the
like
other.
Bales and his roommate that he convinced to download Starcraft and told not to touch the keyboard.
Right.
Yeah, like
right.
Jason, when we played versus him as Archon, like he was controlling the Phoenix that I gave him, and then I was macroing at home and controlling like the core and stuff. He caught a medevac with the Phoenix, and then I also at the natural caught a medevac with the core.
And I
So, like,
disrupt the command
so
center
we-
for like 4 times.
Yeah. So if we played like single, like a 1v1, I wouldn't have been able to hold both of those at once. I don't know how their Archon was doing it, if it was like Jason doing both of the drops, but the fact that we caught both drops at the same time shows that like Archon does really work if you put your mind to it and you actually like cooperate
And
properly.
is there good synergy in the 2v2 as well? Is that or is that more of a?
We have like 70% win rate, so I
Yeah,
would say
we
yes.
have a
That's
pretty
good.
solid win rate.
I mean, there was the one time last year you you didn't have a keyboard and you
And we had
got,
our-
like
okay,
replacement mouse or something.
Yep, we had either Jay didn't tell me or I just totally forgot. Probably the last one. We had our qualifying match to go to the finals at DreamHack Austin on a Saturday. I went home to go to work, and I wasn't around my computer, and Jay messages me saying, "Hey, we have our match in 10 minutes. Where are you?" So I have a laptop. Half the keys are broken on the laptop. I have to run out to Best Buy to grab a keyboard and mouse, and then in all my excitement, when I finally get to the 2v2, I built an evolution chamber instead of a spawning pool, and we got rushed and died.
Absolutely amazing.
It's improved a lot since
Yeah,
then. We've figured everything out since then.
Yeah.
I guess
it won't happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a
No
pretty good
free
example
wins.
of not being prepared. But
Yeah.
you guys usually seem pretty prepared. There aren't too many forfeits or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly,
like,
compared to last year.
Oh, yeah.
We did not prepare last year
Mhm.
whatsoever.
Yeah,
When we
last-
started the second semester, so we went I think like 4-3 or something. We barely made playoffs because we weren't really invested and we didn't get a taste of what was possible in CSL. Like we didn't get to feel, go into the finals and like that excitement, but like this year we're out for blood, Like
Yeah.
anything less than winning the finals would be disappointing for us.
Yeah, I'd say last year it was like our first real time doing that as a team. Like we weren't really all on the same page. We didn't really know each other. We were just kind of like trying to make it work. And we like barely slid into the playoffs, and then we 4-1 the #1 seed, which was Washington,
Mhm.
and that was pretty nice.
And I think it was you who said we were the huge underdogs
Yeah.
in that game.
Yeah, I mean that was the narrative. Yeah, because I really didn't know much about you guys then, and I knew Washington did really well in the previous seasons.
You kinda
Berkeley did
were.
really well.
Yeah.
But you guys just kind of came out and went straight to the finals.
Yeah.
And also your regular season kind of, I mean, the results were like not great. So I was like, they're
Does-
not gonna make it to the finals.
Does Rob have a certain explanation for why some of
Sweeping
those
patterns.
matches?
Oh, why some of the matches in the regular season of last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
An explanation for that?
Jay and I only were just getting to know each other, so like he wasn't sure whether or not it's obviously not his job to like come down and wake me up, but like I slept in a lot.
No, I tried.
Jay tried.
I came
sometimes
down,
the
and I
door
like,
the door
I
was
pounding on your door.
Yeah,
it was locked.
the
and
door
you
was
were-
open.
And calling
That,
you. No,
one
it was
one
locked.
time the door was open and you didn't come in because maybe you were like maybe it'll be weird if I like go in there, but like I could have sworn the door was open, so you could have waken me up.
The
So
door was
it's
locked.
only 75% of my fault.
Like when you're going to bed at like midnight and not waking up at 3 p.m. the next day, is that really my issue?
Well, that's not true. I was going to bed really late.
How did you not fail out, man? Holy crap.
No. The reason I didn't fail out is because I was doing work. I was probably doing work not on a Friday, but like.
But now you guys have it together.
Yeah, we have it together.
Yeah, for the most part.
And you're closer as a team too. I
Yeah,
assume
like
from-
we're all like super on the same page, which I guess like doesn't really sound like a lot, but it does make a huge difference. Like we all like we have a system. We know who we're sending out. We know like when they're going out, and we know like when the matches all are. We all know like okay, Saturdays unless we're like getting casted, and then it's like a Tuesday or Thursday. We always know how to show up on the same time, and it's like kind of ingrained. And now
Yeah,
it's just all
and I think a big part of our success is because like these players like they're committed. And they actually want to try, and they don't want to lose a game. Like they want to go to the finals again because they got a taste of last year. Mm-hmm. Sometimes like if we lose our first game, we'll be like, well, now we got to stress 2v2 and Archon more, and that's not necessarily what we want to do. Like we want to be put in a good position to win the match early on.
All right.
If we get put into a good position early on, the 2v2 and Archon will take it.
And you said you've only gone to the Ace once, right?
Yeah, we've had like a couple 3-0s, 1 3-2. Mostly it's like 3-1, where it's like maybe you lose like one of the 1v1s or the 2v2, but like the other 3 matches just carry it, and then like we win 3-1. So it's like we do have like a reasonable margin for error this year, which is pretty nice. Like last year, it felt like everything had to go perfectly, and there were a lot of times that it didn't. So this year, it's like even if one of us like loses a match that we really shouldn't, we still end up being fine most of the time. So it's really nice.
Solid.
I agree with that.
So I guess moving a little away from esports and Starcraft, what are you guys involved with? You know.
I'm a part of Snowboard Club, and I play intramural basketball here and there.
Oh, nice.
I work up at the King of Prussia Mall in a dog boutique, actually. We sell dogs and dog accessories, minus the dogs. So, just dog accessories.
All right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Like dog sweaters and...
Yeah, like sweaters, toys. It's amazing how much people will spend on their dogs. Like, it blows my mind. They'll bring up 4 things. All right, $300, please.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I play Starcraft.
You play Starcraft? Hey, you know.
I do homework.
Nice. Nice. So you guys play other games too, or?
StarCraft, Jay and I will mess around with Counter-Strike here and there with our team.
What he meant to say was absolutely not. The passion is strong with this team. No other games. We don't cheat.
We don't
on
even
our,
off race. We're just like that dedicated. We only play like. But yeah, we don't like. I don't know. I don't really find other games that fun for the most part, except for like maybe CS:GO. But it's like that's a scene that's so impossibly hard to break into because it's already so big that it's kind of like, not even really gonna try there.
Does it end with you guys, or are you kind of trying to start a legacy here?
I think at this point with like, I mean, I'll refrain from saying dead game, but like the game's definitely smaller than it was like when, like maybe like 5 years ago. So at this point, it's like it really just depends on individuals more so than like with another sport, you can kind of cultivate talent. With Starcraft, you're kind of depending on people coming in that are already like, if someone's not at least like diamond or above when they get to like your college, they're not gonna be impactful like even by the time they graduate unless something weird happens.
Yeah, if we're given the opportunity to play again, like if we're given cake, we're gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
Like that's the only way.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything else you guys wanna say to your haters, your fans?
I want to say shout out to Temple because Temple's awesome and I really enjoy it here. And I hope the next 2 years are as good as the last 2. So, what about you guys?
I'm kind of curious if like there's a way I could get a special award after we win the CSL this year if I still haven't dropped a map.
A special award?
Yeah,
MVP.
Jay, I'll buy you ice cream.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be good.
I can invent some kind of award for you. Maybe MVP of the finals. Get a little trophy.
A little piece of paper. With
Yeah.
No, we'll give you a big trophy to cover up for okay.
Just a sticker.
Just a sticker.
I take a sticker.
Or maybe a mug. Like
Dude,
MVP.
Dude, I eat stickers. Don't give me stickers.
We have a very interesting team,
You do.
as you can tell.
You do.
Yeah. We always spam memes in the group chat.
That was an Always Sunny reference.
Yeah, you guys are memesters. I've noticed.
from a distance.
From a distance.
A safe distance.
Yeah.
This isn't just a team, like a normal team that you can just, enter into. Like you have to you have to go through initiation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except not really.
Not really. We just judge you based on the memes you send.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. So,
All right.
glad to get to know you more, and hopefully you do well.
It was good talking to you, man. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah. Good old Philly. Skyline.